お願いします。
はい。
feedback. Pablo and Antonella, go ahead and string your bows and get yourselves ready while we get some feedback. Awesome. All right, Jonathan, good to see you trying the kneeling form. How'd that feel?
Kind of weird.
I was surprised.
Hopefully I didn't make too many mistakes.
No, it looked pretty good, to be honest. I said to Deidre, I said I didn't know Jonathan was doing.
What one did I miss?
So, you had came up, once you place your bow down, don't forget your hand still needs to return to the side.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay.
For the first round, when we did that, you came down and then immediately went to grab your arrow.
Yeah.
So I almost missed my time to start as well.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's the first time I've done it.
First time trying, that's very admirable, very good. Shin, okay, so feedback, because we'll be testing you later in class. Are you gonna come with us? Okay, so we'll test you towards the end of class. Really looking overall very good. Watch your bow tip when you're entering. It was a little bit high, like that far off the ground. So even during your entrance, make sure it's just about that far off. And watch your arrows. They were kind of down a little bit, so just bringing your hand up a little bit. Shooting Hasetsu is good. Keep working on the relaxing. That's okay. It's a little tight here. Jonathan, same thing, a little tight coming down, but then you guys relax into a relaxed position. So if you can, and it might not happen tonight, but just focus on keeping that curve the whole time. Keeping it curved. Yeah. Relaxing into it. But overall, you're there. You're okay. Deidre, feedback person?
So the wrist thing will give you a more powerful, you'll notice that you can pull back farther. The only thing that really stood out to me was whenever you ready your glove, I don't know if your string is too tight or what it is, but your arrow is already in the washi tape section of where it needs to be. So when you do the pull, it's passing the washi tape. So you want to try to keep it in the washi tape.
So that's a good question. The hibiki, you don't want to go past the, do you understand?
No, you're just clearing the feathers.
Yeah, just clearing the feathers. So what you're saying is that when you do.
Where's your bow? Where's your bow? Where's your bow?
Which bow is yours? Just check the string.
Oh, yeah, see the top.
A little too tight.
Yeah, see the top.
So you just have to loosen it a little bit. You want it to be a little less space between the strings.
Right up there.
Yeah. So that's why.
That's probably why it was too far.
That makes sense. So in that case, you don't have to do a huge hibiki. Because you're already there. And actually, probably by the end of tonight, it will be where it needs to be. It may stretch out a little bit. Anything else, Christian?
When you're in O-line, you did the count of you came in, you took the pause here before you did your bow. But as soon as you finished your bow, you were stepping. You want to just take a brief pause before you step. Make sure you're perfectly straight, so otherwise we'll see you go.
But small things.
Yeah,
Small things.
small.
Yeah. Overall, look very good. Very good. Jonathan, same thing. Just keep working on the wrist. Good to see you trying kneeling form. Like I said, that was very good. Yeah, that's it. It's the wrist that I noticed.
Only thing I noticed other than the wrist was the only difference with standing and sitting when we raise our second one. Instead of just coming straight up like we do for standing, you have to kind of
Not so you don't hit the floor.
So you don't hit the
I
floor.
noticed that
Yeah.
hit the floor.
because I heard the straight, so I'm like, oh, well, he probably just doesn't know.
I didn't
that.
know that.
Yeah. You can raise it up a little bit to bring it around.
But when my cue to stand up is when he reaches for his arrow,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Correct.
Only if you're number 2.
Number 2.
Of course.
And Will, good. The one thing I have to say is when you're coming up, you're a little to your right. So it's a little over here, and so your dice on is kind of back here, which means you're maybe over pulling to get there. So if you're coming up straight and the string is kind of in line with with your neck tendon here, you'll be straight up, and that should bring your wrist, your hemo, like over.
Is this when I'm coming into after
It's a
Dyson,
Dyson.
is it a little bit better? Is it a bit better tonight?
It's a little far back,
Okay,
so we want to bring it a little bit more over towards your forehead.
okay,
And then you're gonna get that bigger draw.
okay,
Yeah, yeah. Hold back a little bit longer.
okay.
That's it. But thank you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Only thing I'm going to say is, on your first arrow, you were leaning toward the target,
Mhm.
and then on your second one, you were leaning away from the target. So just straight tante, ears, shoulders, hips, and toes.
Okay.
But
Just
thank
so,
you.
I'm so hesitant to pull too much with these tiny arrows.
Yeah, I know, that's true. You're compensating for that, that's true. So find a happy medium. Thank you, gentlemen. Very good job. Okay, when you're ready.
お願いします。
はい。
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back one more time. Again. So come back. Come back. So slowing down. So here first. And when you open, pause. Stop for a second. And then enter. Yeah. Okay. That will help them to know.
And stop
also let
completely.
them sensei.
So yeah, don't move and walk in at the same time.
Open first.
Boom.
Two steps. Open. Step. Okay.
お願いします。
Settle. Then just big, big. 10 seconds. One fist. One fist. No Tommy?
What's up? Oh, the other one.
Yeah.
Take your time, take your time. So you guys are all standing, so my knee is forward.
Just remember, even if you're all standing, take brief pause at the knife.
Basically, there's a pause between every movement. Just think of that. Either one, before I go, we'll have you three minutes, okay? And we'll get you. We'll teach you, don't worry. So just take your time, remember good posture and breathing. Nice and straight. Have we tested you yet? Okay, it's gonna be time soon. Test you for your first rank probably Sunday or Wednesday. And the other thing was, your arrow was a little up, so just a little, yeah. Up a little too now. Good. Not bad. I know you're, you got so many great fun. That is, got multiple braces on and keeping out. You want to be right underneath it where you want to talk about things. That's not what that is.
Let's start twisting.
Good, you got it there. So there's still one to the left. So that might be the twisting a little, so I'll push you harder. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you want to have it. Like you go here, but you want it to be out. So same as the bow. We probably need to retie 2 weeks, getting touching the both at the top. It's very small here. So we have to retie to make it tighter. But go ahead this time. What happens if it's too loose, when you shoot, sometimes the string will wrap around the bow, which is bad. But I think you'll be okay this time. When you finish, we can retie. Make it tighter. Good job. Thank you for waiting. That's right, that's all you do. So I know probably starting February, March-ish, we will definitely start putting out the 5 targets regularly for class so we can start preparing and getting ready for seminar. Because you will be in the number 4 or 5 position. And as kneeling archer, it's, you know, it hurts. As a standing archer, it also can hurt. So start preparing.
We were just talking about
This
that.
for, yeah, it's a long time. And the senseis will want to talk to people and then you're there even longer. So just prepare. Just your mouth. Okay, good. Like keep pulling, expanding here. Opening.
So whenever she raises,
Okay.
maybe you'll get to happen. If she raises your
So, yes, from here before you leave. So like this, yeah, open, hands, and then you look forward, touch down, turn, and then leave. Yep.
Because they still have when I first left when you did.
Emo, right. Emo.
Okay, so as soon as he shoots, you'll do your U, and you can stand. Once Skylar is past, then you can move forward. Well, he's got a material that is different than yours. You've got the cotton and he's got the polyester.
This is the old one.
You can take right out of the dryer and hang it. Just having a wardrobe conversation. If you have the polyester cotton, you can take this out of the dryer when it's hot and hang it up immediately, and you should not have to iron it. If you have the cotton blend, Jonathan has a cotton blend, you may need to do some ironing on it. Nope, you can take it out hot too.
I put it in, fold it up and put it in one of those mesh bags, or shit
Okay.
like that. When I take it out, I immediately take it out on the back porch, and I've got two of those things like they used to run in this fashion, so
Yeah.
flip one in the back, flip one in the front, hang it up,
There you go.
let it dry in the sun,
It's
and no
good.
wrinkles.
Yeah. But let me tell you, ironing hakama is,
It's so fun. We had an iron party one night in Japan.
I let Sebastian do all of his because he's got fancy ones. Like,
And then when you push here, you want to drag forward, so pull back like that. And then push. In front. So you feel how much more power you have, and then not too far for that. The opposite side. You were coming up, and then you're bringing this all the way up here. You want to just sit on right here, where you can see that purple just outside the country. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm not going to correct you while you're doing it. forward is because you're literally making this arm go. If you just push this arm and have it on the ball behind, it will go right into the front.
Okay, next. Good.
I think what's happening is whenever you stand up, you're standing up right up on the dot, and then you're pushing this bar to go down like this. So if you do that, you're kind of circling your foot this way. So you circle backwards on this one, and then you circle forward on this one. There you go.
Yes, we got it. Anytime you're ready, just come up straight.
Same step goes with the same.
Everybody we're gonna Sally. Hello. We're trendsetters. It is the cool thing.
Somebody's in your way, you can't really do anything.
That's right.
Put the arrow in the door and the camera up on the gates.
One more with Skylar to do your board, please. After this, Tachi.
Let this Tachi go and then we'll do
So, you see what happened there? Yeah. I'm not calling you out, so I'm not. Here. Your turn. Breathe. That's too much emotion. Good, nice, relax. Relax. Good. Go a little bit further if you can. There you go. Hold it a little bit. Correct your pocket. There you go. So when you correct your pocket, if you keep your arrow in the same lane, you're now aiming down. So just chill. My tones are on here. Make it a little hard for you, even though. Always be stretched out and rounded. Stretched out and rounded. Lock your wrist. Shoulder blades together. Okay, yep, use your mouth, use your chin. Good save. Pull through. Straight, your aim is straight, it's just a little high, so once it gets you down, it'll go a little. Good.
お願いします。
はい。 And everybody, this is for everybody,
Yeah.
not just for Shin, but these are some good points. Deidre, what are your points? You have a couple?
My first thing is, when you're OMA, you're presenting your group. So you did a bow that's acceptable for positions 2 to 5, but for OMA, you want to get that real deep bow. And you want to look, make sure you acknowledge the kaminata before you do it. You kind of cut there and then just,
Yeah, you didn't look,
You have to look.
you gotta look up.
It's the only time you'll look up until you bow out.
That's right.
Yeah.
The only time you look at the kamidana is when you come in and when you leave, and the only time you're looking at the target is when you reach the shy line to do your first look. Okay, everything else is, then it's your mezukai, right? You're at 4 meters. Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
just slow down your timing a little bit. You kind of got here, insta turn and insta down. So just take a brief pause, don't stop, but just slow down the movements just enough so that the rest of your group can have a chance to breathe and get into the
Get
spot.
into position. Just wait for them.
Yeah.
Hey, Chelsea?
Yeah, just small points. I think that your grip, you're one of the ones that's over gripping. So if you relax those fingers, I think it will help you relax your wrist too. And that's not an EQ thing, that will come. But I think if you don't over grip, so right now the arrow is here, but if you can bring your fingers up a little and relax them, that might encourage the relaxed wrist as well. The other thing, when you knock your arrow and put the string into the knock, try to hide the knock with your hands. So instead of having like your fingers like this or up above, if this is the arrow, try to hide the knock as you put the string in. Yeah. We're supposed to kind of
As
hide it a
a
little.
point of refinement.
That's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. A lot of things we're just telling you are fine for EQ, but point of refinement. So here, your nagachikake, is this yours? Okay. So when you have your nagachikake should not extend past, at the point of refinement, your glove. So the judge or no one else should, this is like the ugly part of the bone, right? So you always want to cover that. So when you're coming over to do your tenouchi, you see how much nagachikake is taking over from my hand? So that should be shorter.
So this much should not be shown.
Yeah. So this, when you come in here, boom. So the nagachikake should not extend past my palm so that it's hidden. Right? Same thing with the knot. So you don't want to show any of that ugly, basically the ugliness, right? Yeah. Yeah, so you don't want it to extend past it.
These are points for like.
Points of refinement, showdown and above. Yeah.
Things to think about.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, anything else?
I'm okay, you have some good points.
Yeah, just some points, again, points of refinement, just for you to look really, Miyako Sensei's gonna be here, so I want everyone, not that she would probably see your videos if she wasn't here, but, or the lady in Spain, but, you know, she's gonna be here, so, you guys are gonna be a reflection on me, so I just wanna make sure. Make sure we're good to go. There you go. So when you're here, when you reach the Honza, and this is for everybody, not just for Shin, don't look at your target. Don't look at the target. So you're down and you're at mezukai. So you're basically looking at the placard. Yeah. So your eyesight is always at this level. Wherever you're turning, your eyesight's going to be always at that level. The only time you're looking at the first time at the target, here when I take my first look, boom. Right. The rest of the time, everything is lined up. Right.
12-foot gates.
12-foot gates, 4 meters.
Jonathan.
If you're a sitting archer and when you stand up, don't you look at the target?
That's at your feet.
That's to set your feet, yeah.
Okay.
At a sitter, no.
Okay.
At a standard, yes.
Yes, sir.
So you put your pinky on the dot, and then you're going to line this foot with the target to make sure you're in line, and then turn and push. So right now, a lot of you, the same thing with Shin, is that you're coming in. You're coming here, you're going, so I'm exaggerating, right? But, so you come in here, you place this first one, pivot, slide this, I'm barefoot, so I can't slide that. But slide it out,
Height.
or elevate it. Okay. Next thing is all of you hopefully will be reach kimono level. Okay. So you have to kind of practice for that now. Same thing like in sword. We approach the sword from the bottom because we eventually will have a wakizashi, right? So when you reach a certain level, so you approach the sword from the bottom. So same thing with, same idea for your arrow. So when you pull your arrow out, many of you are still kind of going like this. So you pull your arrow out, right? But remember, in your kimono, you have a sobe. So you're gonna pull your arrow out, go parallel to your body, and go straight back.
To get to the spot where you
Yeah, to get in between the sobe and your torso, and your goal, right? So, like this, it'll look very ugly. So, zoop, straight up. Points of refinement. It's not for EQ, but it's something you should start practicing now. Bow tapping on the ground. So once you have your yugaini, that's the good thing about yugaini, is that once you have yugaini, you no longer need to touch the ground with your bow. Okay? So boom, you shot, right? Your hand is already in position. So you don't need to do that. Even if you have half yugaini, right, then you can just do this. So you no longer have to touch the ground to do this. Alright? So once you grab your yugaini or half yugaini, then just rotate your hand so that you go like that. Of course, if you have yugaini, straight down. Okay? All right, so the other thing is elbow out, okay, elbow, so when you're coming in, this is for everybody again, these are just points of refinement as a judge. I'll be judging along with others. You have to make sure that your palms, scratch the bow.
Gonna have all the bows out.
And we've talked about this before, these are just reminders. Okay, you're coming in, you're presenting yourself. The bow palm is up. You're not holding the bow this way, like you kind of want to, like you're carrying a stick or a bucket or something. But this palm needs to be up. So you're carrying it like this. And same thing with the arrow, palm up. So both my palms are facing up. So if I were to be on the second floor looking down, I would look at the top of your hands. Also, some of you are back here, Shin. You're a little bit back here, so you want to be elbows in line with the shoulder. Elbow in line with the shoulder, and palms up. A little forward like this. Forward. Okay, presenting. So on your hips. Women it's going to be a little lower. Okay, but palms up. And this hand basically goes in the tennochi. So when it's here, it's in the tennochi. And for bushake, you cover the hips. Okay, what's the other point? Okay, just the ashigumi. Just make sure you're sliding out. Second leg slides out the ashigumi. Second arrow? Yes, going through here. Right, is that what we were saying? Oh, yeah, so, and this is for the sitters. So when you're down at the ground, try not to let the knock touch the ground. Okay, one, because the scraping action. And that's precisely why one of the hachi told me, the reason why the archers, when you're sitting, you raise your bow and you turn, is so that the bow isn't scratching on the ground if you didn't raise it, right? Which makes perfect sense. Same thing with the arrow. So you don't want to hit the arrow, you want to use, your pinky as a fulcrum and use it to pull it over.
Instead of bringing it up and around, you want to kind of let it come out and around a little bit.
Yeah.
This is points of refinement. Okay, that's just really the difference between EQ and Shodan and Nidan. Right? So it looks good. But given all that, congratulations. Very good. So I think just keep those things in mind, by April, late April, you should be ready. If you can't be here that weekend, because I know that's WrestleMania or something going on,
Yeah.
then that Wednesday before, Miyako Sensei will be here.
Coming Wednesday?
Yeah, or we could do it, yeah, she'll be here, I think she's arriving Wednesday. Or she's leaving on Wednesday. But anyway, if you're, one of those days you're here, we'll just test you that day. Okay, all right. And the other thing is, Mayumi Sanki, congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you already did it, good job. Good job, surprise. Good. He paid me, No, all right, congratulations guys, good job,
Very
good
good,
job.
very good. Take off the boniate. Right? Domo arigatou gozaimasu.